All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show on Onebar with Lupagus. It's time to take a quick peek at, this is a somber one. We do this every year. Maybe we saw some of these Vikings, their final snap in purple, whether that means they're retiring, we're saying get out of here, they just go get paid elsewhere. So we're going to talk about them. They're not all of them, but the big boys,
Yeah, and some might not be somber. Maybe we're both ready to make a change and to move on. Some of these may not be somber.
They might not be. Get your butts, hit that sub. Let's get to 14,000. If you're watching this, haven't subbed, do us a favor, hit that sub. Who do we got on the list? Who's number one?
Well, let's start with the one we both think is the most obvious, Sam Darnold. At this point, a great season, great ride, 14 wins. He threw some amazing balls this year, just very impressive throws. Fell apart at the end. Some team's going to pay him. Vikings had the future wait in the wings. There's no reason to bring Sam back anymore.
Gone. Not coming back. That was his final snap. Maybe not in purple, but Viking purple. Maybe there's another shade of purple that he ends up with. I'll say this: if JJ McCarthy wasn't here, I think there would be a real good shot he comes back. But
if he comes,
we got the plan. We got the plan. It's not Sam.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I'm still seeing things floating out there on Twitter about bringing him back or trading McCarthy. I don't understand what the hell. It's over. It's done. And
it's not. No reliable sources are saying that. It's just.
There was an article. I think it was Viking Territory had something. I'm like, what?
Take it for what it is.
I don't know. I mean, KOC made it pretty clear in his press conference that the ride is coming to an end, and he enjoyed the ride. We all did. Another guy whose ride may be over. The man who loves to celebrate and coordinate those things. And apparently, he loves kids' movies from the early 2000s. Cam Bynum.
Well, that was his heyday. That's when he was a kid watching the movies. You made it sound creepier than it is. That's when he watched them. Cam Bynum, final snap in purple. I say it's like 94%. He's gone. He's going to get paid. I don't think he's going to get paid as much as he thinks he's going to get paid, but he's going to get paid. And I don't think we want to put that money into the safety position.
Yeah, and I think that's why there's still a chance he could test that market, not get what he wants. The Vikings, maybe they offer him a deal. There was some contract talks earlier in the season, so who knows? Maybe he comes back and sees if he can get that deal. If he's not getting out there what he wants, but a lot of teams, we skull with these enemies. Everybody's like, oh, we love Cam Bynum. We love Cam Bynum. So I think he does have a lot of teams interested in him. So will he get top money? I don't know, but probably more than the Vikings are willing to pay him.
I think he was the 64th ranked safety on PFF, and he's very hit or miss. Great dude on the field, has come a long way. But honestly, I don't even know if I want to bring him back for good money, great money he's looking for. It's I don't really care. We got bigger issues. I mean, it'll leave a little bit of a hole, but
yeah, personally, I'm fine moving on. I'm really, it could go either way for me. I like having him here. Celebrations are fun. Sometimes he makes some big plays, but sometimes he just goes quiet for a 3-game stretch. So I could go either way, but I think he'll be gone. Let's go to a guy that we were very excited when he got here. We were clamoring for it. So I'm excited. We can't believe it finally happened. Dalton Risner was Minnesota Viking, 2 years, and I think that's where it's going to end, 2 years.
There's no way in hell this guy's coming back. I love Dalton Risner. I always will, but it took forever to him come back again anyway. Every year, it's just when's he going to – okay, he signed. And then he just didn't play good. That's the biggest part. He didn't play great. He didn't play horrible, but he didn't play good.
Yeah, it wasn't he needed to play very well to stand out on the interior of our O-line. The O-line is not very good. Average play would have made you look very good. He couldn't do that. And this is probably just me, but I felt like KOC never really warmed up to Risner. He just never went out his way to praise him. It was always late when they would bring him up. Even just bring him in here took forever. I don't know. To me, I just feel like KOC just never really warmed up to him.
I don't know. I wasn't in there. I didn't hear those conversations.
Just his body language.
I don't think I've ever heard KOC even talk about Blake Brandel, Garrett. I don't know. Interior offensive line, maybe they get lost in the shuffle. If he wanted to come back at a veteran minimum and be a backup, I'm all for it. That ain't gonna happen. But
he's versatile.
He doesn't seem to get many sniffs around for agency. So if he still wants to play, maybe he's like, all right, I'll come here for basically free. Thanks.
Maybe he'll show up in August again. Who knows? But yeah, that's a great point.
The final snap.
This market was never that hot when he was available. Let's go to another guy here. Let's go with Aaron Jones. Great human, great player, had a good season with the Vikings. But will he have another one?
Well, he wants to. He wants to. Football ain't done for him yet, and he made it very clear. If it's up to him, he's coming back. But what's that price tag he's coming back for? We paid him what, $7 million? We, as in you and I and the Vikings, helped chip in for that. So you're welcome. This is in the Vikings court.
Yeah, and personally, I wouldn't mind it. Like if you draft a rookie, and then you have him. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I think that's a good punch there. He did have a lot in the tank. He had the fumbling issues, at that one point in the season, a couple game stretch there. But overall, it was nice having an effective, talented veteran running back on this team. But yeah, it's like you said, it's definitely up to the Vikings whether or not he comes back or not.
To me, he's got to cut his price tag in half. $3.5, $4 million. Yeah, bring him back. I don't want to draft a running back this year unless someone's there that shouldn't be. We have too little draft picks to be addressing something that you can snap up in free agency. You see these free agent running backs change scenery and do great. So, like, I'm not huge on that. So, Aaron Jones, come on back. I'm fine running it back with Akers and Jones, but it has to be cheaper.
It has to be cheaper. How would you feel about running back with Akers, Jones, and CJ freaking Ham?
Hambone, he seems to be on this list the last 3 years. We always just mostly me, like, when are they going to be done with the fullback? He's going to be what, 32 or 33? And when you look at his contract, like the Vikings could save 2.6 if they cut him. There's not much dead money there. I don't know. I mean, if fullback is still a part of this offense, then he's going to be back. But like $2.6 million for fullback?
Yeah, who doesn't like?
He had a lot more snaps this year.
I know, but like every time you see him highlight, it's usually him missing a block. He did have some plays on special teams. He started. He
played.
fumble.
I had it in front of me just because you're talking about it. He had like 250 to 300 snaps on special teams, and then like 200 to 300 on the offense. Most of that in the backfield, leading the way. So, I mean, again, like Aaron Jones, if it's up to CJ Ham, I think he'd play here till he's 100. Minnesota boy, Duluth boy, love it. But like, I don't know. It seems like you could probably get a fine fullback for less than half of that.
I think you don't need a fullback.
Where's Kerry Blasingame? Is he still in the league?
Yeah, he was in a playoff game last week.
Well, son of a. Yeah, CJ Ham, I would expect him to be back, but like, I don't know. The team.
I think he's an Eagle. He's an Eagle.
Good for you, Kerry.
Here's the thing: just put Josh Oliver back there in those, in some of those sets. Like, just move him around. He can be a fullback. Why the hell not? Don't need to have another player be a specific fullback on this team. Let's go to the guy in the bottom there, the one that's going to tug at our heartstrings. It's going to hurt. Final stat in purple may have happened for one of the best to ever do it, Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith. Is he the last one on the list?
He's the last one on the list.
We saved the best for last. What do you got?
I mean, what do you say? Like, I think his locker room speech, interview at the end of the game just sealed the deal. Like, he was emotional. I think he knew he played his last snap. I love the fact that he's never going to play a snap for another team. Loved everything he did for us. Ring of Honor, Hall of Fame. This guy is one of a kind, and thank you for the ride, Hitman.
Hitman played at still the same Hitman level. When you look at the numbers and his coverage stats with 3 or 4 interceptions, I mean, he's not playing at Hitman of 2018, but like, he had a better season than I think people realize. He was the 32nd ranked safety. And you figure 2 safeties per team, that's right in the middle. He made $9 million. Maybe it wasn't worth the 9, but like, if there was part of him that was like, look, I want to be a little bit a part of this JJ McCarthy era, and I'm going to be cheap. I want to come back. I mean, would you say no?
I don't think the Vikings would say no. I wouldn't say no. I just don't. I mean, what would your body through another, whole offseason?
His body is sculpted from God himself. The thing is perfect.
What is he? You said 36 years old?
Well, he's not playing like it, and maybe he knows deep down, but like he said, he's going to take some time and think about it. The tears, the emotions, said something otherwise. So I would assume he's going to be gone, but I still think there's a sliver. Real tiny sliver he comes back.
And I'd actually rather see him go out while he's still, right in the middle of those safeties and not have a huge fall off to where he's a liability and just being god.
I want to see him go with the Super Bowl in his fucking hand.
There's a lot of Vikings like to see go with the Super Bowl in their hands.
22. Get it.
I think we've seen it. I think he's done.
No, I think he's if we were betting on it, he is gone. And then you got the Cam. I mean, there's a bunch of Vikings out there. Final snap in purple or not, but those are the big boys. Byron Murphy. We didn't even talk about Byron Murphy.
Oh, he's coming back.
All right, good. Coming back, let us know. Comments. Are these guys final snap or not? And maybe you don't even want to see them.
Remember this. Spiders can walk on water and breathe under it, too.
It's creepy.